As I suspected, 32 flavors.
And the Alphacore announcement of the penciler for Alphacore #1, written by Chuck Dixon. You want to talk about what a controversial pairing this was? And it almost feels like, wow, this just fell right into place. And you know what? I was wondering who was going to be the penciler for Alphacore #1. And I was like, I heard stuff about Jerry Ordway, but then it was contradicting stuff. And I thought, man, okay. And also I see this name, I'm like, wow, that actually makes a lot of damn sense. Okay, I'm with this. So yeah, guys, in case you didn't know, Joe Bennett, he's done a lot as a penciler and inker. He's done some stuff for DC. He's definitely had his crack at Marvel as well. I mean, he's got quite the profile. He was known recently for the Immortal Hulk, which was written by Al Ewing. He did up until the end, and then he got canceled for some stuff that doesn't seem to be really well defined. It's just all interpretative. So yeah, it is awesome because I liked what he was doing early on when I was paying attention to the Immortal Hulk. He really knew how to draw some monstrous stuff, and he was really good at the body horror of it all. So I'm like, okay, now he's doing these space cop type of guys. I'm like, okay, I can see the translation and style. I'm absolutely with it. So let's get a quick look at the introduction about Mr. Joe Bennett joining the Rippaverse. Oh, sorry guys.
Eu desenvolvi quadrinhos. Olá, meu nome é Joe Bennett. Durante 30 anos eu desenvolvi quadrinhos para grandes editoras americanas. Nesse momento, eu me junto a Chuck Dixon, um gênio escritor, para desenvolver um novo gibi. Alphacore é o novo gibi. Muita aventura, muita ação e uma grande arte, prometo a vocês. Tudo isso dentro da iniciativa genial do Rippaverse. A nova editora está mudando os rumos do quadrinho americano. Tenho orgulho de estar dentro desta iniciativa. Junte-se a nós nesse novo tempo. Aguardo vocês.
Well, guys, that looks like it's
yes,
huge.
As announced, Joe Bennett has officially joined the Rippaverse. Actually, he's long joined the Rippaverse. You're just now finding out about it. Joe has been incredible to work with. Incredible dude. Of course, it's unfortunate what happened, out of all that good work that he had done with Marvel, the Immortal Hulk being one of their bigger books and essentially being canceled for a bunch of nonsense. It is what it is. He's now over here with the Rippaverse continuously doing work, even though Alphacore book is pretty much done. His work is done on that. He's doing some other work as well. But wait till you see the artwork on Alphacore. It's a great tandem in Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. They work great together. And Joe Bennett, again, he's just been a wonder to certainly work with, just in general. Him and I talk pretty frequently about business and all of that good stuff. So he's an awesome dude. I'm glad to certainly have him here, a guy that's been around for a very long time. Certainly, even when I was growing up in the '90s, definitely in the latter half of the '90s, he was doing work. So it's great to have him here. I can't emphasize that enough. And as this team continues to grow at the Rippaverse, I get more and more inspired. I get more encouraged. And I'm just like, let's get to work. Let's create more material. It is going to be an insane year in 2024 with the amount of material. We're not going to oversaturate, but the amount of just quality material that we're going to be putting out in the upcoming years, it's going to be fantastic. And having someone like Joe, I want to keep sending him work. I want him to keep being able to just do awesome things, definitely for this company and with this company. So big shout out to Joe Bennett. Big shout out to all of you Rippaverse fans. And yes, now officially, the great Joe Bennett has joined the Rippaverse.
Guys, that is insane. It's seriously, like I was going to say before Eric July popped in, it's going to be huge. I'm excited about this. And I'm sure somewhere out there, Al Ewing's probably going to be like, rah! If he ain't, maybe he's going to be chill about pretending he ain't existing. But Mark Brooks is going to be on his he's going to be on his man period about this one. But guys, what are your thoughts? I know there are some of you who are reading, once again, particularly the Immortal Hulk before everything happened, who are especially liking Mr. Joe Bennett's art, and he had done a lot of these issues too, at the very minimum, most of them. So obviously he's got a very consistent thing going on, and he seems like a really friendly guy, and he's obviously clearly a fan of the comic book medium. If you look at his shelf in back of him, he had quite the collection there, and I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm very optimistic about this, and man, I've not really done the whole I want it all package, but this may be the one I had to consider that for. If not, maybe do some giveaways based off of that, some of the items from that, but I am stoked for Alphacore #1. This is gonna be insane. Anyways, guys, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Joe Bennett joining the Rippaverse? I think this is gonna be huge. And remember, lay down your soul to the gods, rock and roll.